Hello everybody, this is ALBER. Today I just want to talk a little bit as a follow-up video to my Microfreak video, which I will concede it was the wrong name for it. Please, I'm introducing the NANOFREAK in here. As you can see, you can watch my other video to know a little bit better what I'm talking about, but basically, long story short, I've decided to go for I don't want to call it an upgrade or the downgrade. I feel like that's personal and that's maybe a little bit judgmental, but I wanted to change the appearance of my Microfreak, my Artura Microfreak, by buying the 3D printed desktop module. So therefore removing the keyboard that wasn't there. Now, I did not know that something like the Synth Police existed. I was aware of the Jazz Police. I was aware of the Trumpet Police, but Synth Police. Well, here I am. It seemed like the most controversial thing I've ever done in my short-lived career as a content creator has been to remove the keyboard out of this synthesizer. So I don't really enjoy being controversial for controversy's sake, if that makes any sense. I'm all about, chasing what my ideas are, where the inspiration is coming from, making music from it, making whatever artistic idea comes out of a machine, a sound, a tune, whatever you want to call it. And so I just wanted to talk a little bit about more in depth about why did I do something like this and what does it do for me and why you really shouldn't care one way or another. So, first thing, you have a little bit of an overview over my live rig. I usually don't go live with a keyboard. All of my stuff happens through the Digitect. Digitect is the brain of my setup. And so basically, in a chain, it goes from the Digitect to the Roland June over here, which goes into the Microfreak, NANOFREAK, I'm so sorry. And from the NANOFREAK goes into the Volca FM, which does not have a MIDI out, or a MIDI through for that matter. Volca FM2 does have that, but I'm not sure if they are available by the time this video is being recorded yet. So that is how my chain, at least as far as synthesizers, at least as far as MIDI chain, that's how it goes. Now, if you look at it, and I might expand a little bit on my live setup in another video, more length, but it is important for me that all the things I need to reach are very close together, because usually my right hand is busy playing trumpet, and my left hand is the hand that I use while reaching out around my setup. Now, I actually don't have anything against the keyboard, the contact keyboard that the Microfreak has. I even posted a few videos on my Instagram channel where I play it. I think it's a fun device. I think it is interesting to use it as a modulation source. When you play the keyboard with the touch sensitivity and all that. Now, having said that, I think that one of the most beautiful things in the realm of synthesizers, at least in our day and age, because maybe 20, 30 years wasn't exactly the same way. One of the most beautiful things is the fact that everybody can use these instruments in different ways, depending on what they're looking for, what the process they discovered is. So for me, even though I really, really, really liked the keyboard, and I think it's a kind of a fun instrument, it was really something that, besides taking some space, so, having the Juno basically over here, was a little bit of a nuisance sometimes, because you have to hunch over if you want to, if I need to change the filter or anything else over here, which I do all the time in a live setting. It makes me hunch over, and if you're playing trumpet and being hunched over and all that, it's just not a nice picture, and it doesn't really help your playing. So there's a space concern at first, which was not maybe the primary reason why I did it. The main reason why I did it is that the touch keyboard, you don't need to push anything. If you have a keyboard like this, right? You can touch it, but until you go down, let me actually put some sound over here. This is the NANOFREAK playing over here. But unless I have anything, I want to push anything, nothing happens. With that keyboard, very different kind of situation. And it doesn't only work with your fingers, it also works with objects sometimes, okay? So in a live context where I am all over the place with one hand, I am operating multiple things, just touching something over here means sounds come out of the thing, okay? And so, yeah, I feel pretty good not having unexpected sounds coming out during a live performance. So that's another reason why I did it. And then aesthetically, and this is maybe the least important reason, but still a reason for me. As you can tell, I'm a fan of desktop synthesizers. I think, at least for me, I love that idea that my music is not keyboard affiliated. Obviously, I do compose with the keyboard. I lay down my chords on a keyboard, on a MIDI keyboard. My key step over here, I use it all the time in the studio. Although, not being primarily a keyboard player, I love the idea of being detached from that kind of interface, even when I'm playing live. So kind of like maybe contributing, if you will, to the cryptic, box full of synthesizer kind of thing that only the mad scientist understands. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting carried away with this, but I think that when you go live, you got to put up a nice front. You got to put up a nice aesthetic. And again, this is the least important reason out of the other ones that I mentioned, but I think it contributes a little bit to my aesthetic not having that keyboard in there. Now, if you think that this is offensive toward the manufacturers of this synthesizer, who spend the time figuring out the arpeggiator, the sequencer, and all the touch strip, the band strip, whatever you want to call it, that was on the top right of the keyboard. Well, I'm sorry if you find that offensive, or if you think that it's silly to say it in these words, but some of the comments that I got, and I invite you to go check the comments that I had in my previous video. I just feel like that it's a beautiful thing that if you give this instrument to 10 different people, they will be using it in 10 different ways. So that's kind of the beauty of it. It's a little bit of modding. It does it for me. I am keeping the keyboard because some of you were curious about that. I'm definitely keeping it because I don't know if I would like to go back to a situation where I may need it. Maybe I need some extra keys on the fly. I can do it here if needed. I will definitely need it to update, the synthesizer, because everybody kept saying that. So it's still around. Maybe there are some other cool uses for it. Don't know yet, but yeah. Anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. Just a few reasoning about my choices with the instrument. As you can see, it works pretty well. I have here just a little patch that I made the other day. Bunch of modulations. I just really, really, really love the sound of this thing. Maybe I can sequence something real quick. Let's see. Okay, we got 3 notes. Let's see. Let's just make this a little bit more sparse. Space is your greatest tool. A little bit more sparse. This would ring on the third. Let's make a longer sound. Even longer attack. And actually, I would like to turn these into chords. I'm a sucker for minor chords. This is a G. Let's see, this is a B flat, A sharp, but I'll forever call it a B flat. And this can be a nice, let's see, another G minor chord, G minor 7. Okay, we already got some variety in here. Let's turn up the amount. Let's put a little percussion just to make it a little bit more interesting. So let me just load real quick some of these sounds I already have done on my Digitact. Oh, a go-go bell? Why not? Okay, maybe we can work with this. Let's see. I want this note also here. Pum, 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 pim, pum. This note could probably a lot higher. Let's filter it down a little bit. Oh, my cat decided to make an appearance. Oh, come over here, buddy. That was Hercule the cat. Just showed up. So I want this a little bit more sparse as well. And I think my cat will like that too. Let's see. Let's turn up the resonance a little bit. Now, if I had unlimited time over here, I would probably put some kick and snare, lay it down. I really like this clicky clacky sounds over here. Oh. And yeah, but this is just to give you like a very quick view on how I use this synthesizer. Everything happens through the keyboard, which I think that the way I use it makes more sense to me rather than trying to find out the notes. I also never really use the Microfreak as a MIDI output device. I just make MIDI go through it from the Digitact. So yeah, those are some of the ways I use this machine. I'm going to probably do a little bit more sound design more in depth on it. The Digitact, the NANOFREAK, and the Roland as well. Not the Volca FM. The Volca FM is terrible to work with, even though I love the way it sounds, but I just use patches out of here. All right, well, I hope that there was some good company over there, and you'll catch me in my next video. ALBER's out.